Hello everybody, my name is Ram and today we're going to start a new series called 5 Minute Theory, where today we're going to be talking about why Mono got betrayed by Six and why he became the Thin Man in the first place. So without further ado, let's start this 5 Minute Theory. So at the end of the game, we see a crazy plot twist. We see Mono being betrayed by Six as she lets go of him, leaving him falling into the dark abyss like Gandalf. So just when things were finally going Monos' way and he was so close to escaping, he was betrayed by Six? Why? We have to dwell deeper into Six's personality and her character. What people don't really understand is that Six is actually a dark character. We see this throughout the entire game. We see her breaking the finger of the mannequin. We see Six warming herself up near the furnace where the doctor was being burned alive. We also see her break the head of one of the kids that were at the school after she was captured, so you know she was holding that grudge, and she was actually infuriated by that, which is why she felt vengeful. So now then, why did Mono get betrayed after rescuing Six all those times? Don't you think they would have a nice bond together, like a nice mutual respect? Well, obviously she did grow to have a bond with Mono, and you can see this through her body language throughout the entire game. But there is one thing that Mono did to her that she will never forgive him for, and that is breaking her music player. Her little music box is actually the only thing she even loved or even cared about throughout the entire game. You can see that when Mono actually breaks into her room in the beginning of the game, she's actually playing the music box, but only because that was the only thing that made her feel safe and happy. So at the very end, when she's a monster, you see that Mono breaks her music box, which infuriates her even to the point where she was actually willing to kill him all those times. You can see that in the beginning of her monster state, when Mono showed up to her room, she was actually willing to show him the music box as like a little child trying to show their parent a new toy that they had. But Mono knew that that toy was going to keep Six in that monster state, which is why he decided to destroy it. But she actually did not want to get saved. She actually wanted to stay there, stay put, and play with her little toys. But Mono didn't take it that way. He thought she was getting tortured. He thought that she wouldn't want to be that way. But in reality, the only thing she ever wanted was that music box. But after Mono broke it, you can see in her face that she wasn't the same person. You can see that she was infuriated, like the nine-tailed fox was about to come out that. But Six couldn't forgive Mono for that deed, which is why she decided to betray him rather than save his life at the very end of the game. Now, why did Mono become the Thin Man? It's simple. Not really, but let me explain. So the tower that the Thin Man was located in was actually the place that he controlled the entire city in. That's where all the broadcasts was coming from. That's where all the TVs were all staticky. That's why all the people were so intertwined with the TVs, and he's basically controlling the whole town, keeping his eyes out, wanting to find something. The Thin Man throughout the whole game was actually trying to find something. He was trying to find Six because he knew that Six was the reason why he became the Thin Man in the first place. But we see the Thin Man capture Six and ignore us. He didn't really try looking for us. He didn't try getting us. He just took Six and disappeared. But whenever he captures us, he actually just stops us from even trying to rescue Six. He doesn't kill us. He doesn't try to do anything. But the whole reason why Mono became a Thin Man was because he was so corrupted by this bad energy that he ended up becoming crazy. Basically, it made Mono go insane, which also explains why the Thin Man and Mono also had the same powers. They could both face through the TVs, and you can see at the final battle between us two that Mono and him were basically having like a little standoff with the powers. But obviously Mono was able to overcome the Thin Man because his urge to find Six and rescue her was stronger than his urge to save himself from becoming the Thin Man. Just how Mono became the Thin Man, we could also assume that Six became the Tall Lady. Now look at the similarities, right? The tower that the Tall Man was located in was actually a place that needed a host, similar to that of the Tall Lady's quarters, which also needed a host, which we could assume that Six became the Tall Lady after she ate the Tall Lady, which is why the Tall Lady also caged up a bunch of kids that looked similar to Six, so that she could also stop herself from turning into the Tall Lady herself. She caged up anybody who even resembled a little kid. But that could also explain why at the very end, the Tall Lady didn't even fight to protect herself when she was getting eaten by Six. She just allowed it to happen because she knew that the cycle was imminent and that it was going to just happen anyways. Now I know many of you guys will understand that this is actually a prequel and not a sequel, because Mono was the one who came into the town and found Six, and Six was the one who was still in the town trying to find a way to escape in her first game. Now this explains why she meets all these crazy individuals throughout the game and why she was always being stalked by the Tall Lady. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making it, and honestly it was super enjoyable to play. I don't even regret that shit, man. I love playing these type of games. This shit is fun as f, man. But I hope everything goes well for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it explained something to you guys. I hope it wasn't just a waste of my time. But thank you guys for watching again, and please be safe. Peace.